Through every trial, through every fear, through every tear we can conceal, God, we look to you. Through every storm, through every pain, through every grief we can't explain, God, we look to you. You became a man of sorrows that we might know joy. You have treasured every teardrop, said that you'd restore. You will not forget your people. You'll make all things new. Until you do, we choose to trust in you. We choose to trust in you, Jesus. You are our hope, you are our strength, you are the anchor in the depths. God, we look to you. 'Cause you will return, you will sustain, you will bring joy we can't contain. Come, Lord Jesus, come. You became a man of sorrows that we might know joy. You have treasured every teardrop, you said that you'd restore. You will not forget your people. You'll make all things new. Until you do, we choose to trust in you.
The three temptations in the wilderness that we've been looking at over the last few weeks challenge two key things. Who Jesus is, that question, if you are the Son of God, and God's plan. Do this, and you can avoid the suffering. As Jesus embarks on his ministry following this time in the wilderness, he calls a group of ordinary people out of their daily lives to follow him. Rabbis in those days tended to be chosen by their disciples rather than the other way round, and so I guess there was a natural sense of honour to be chosen like this. But setting that aside, it's interesting that none of them question him or test him to see what he was about. No one asks for his CV or a mission statement or to give a presentation on what he can do. There's a trust and a willingness to drop everything and simply follow. And it's as they follow that they're faced with increasingly extraordinary events, of miracles, of healing and deliverance, of control over natural elements, alongside authoritative teaching that was unlike anything they'd heard before. And it's this unfolding of the kingdom before their eyes that leads them in the end to Peter's statement, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." This is the slow reveal, not the instant glory the devil tempts Jesus to perform. Gradually, Jesus becomes more than their teacher, more than their rabbi. Even the authorities know that there's something more. Nicodemus in John's Gospel comes and says, "We know that God is with you because of the things that you're doing." A way of asking, "Who are you?" But for those closest, there was event after surprising event that demonstrated the nature of the kingdom that Jesus had come to live in front of them. And they're astonished and afraid and thrilled and amazed and sometimes even terrified at this power, as they can't quite believe their eyes, and yet it was all there, happening. I wonder if it was out of fear or respect, or maybe because they never quite knew what was going to happen next, and Jesus was always in the thick of it, always surrounded by crowds. I wonder too if that might be our experience, that the more time we spend with Jesus, the more amazed we are by expressions of his kingdom, here, today, and the more secure we are in who he is.